Welcome to the Insomnia Project. Sit back, relax, and listen as we have a conversation about the mundane. One thing that we can promise or we try to deliver is a conversation that will be less than fascinating so that you can feel free to just drift off. Thank you for joining us. We hope you will listen and sleep. I am your host, Marco Timpano, and joining me back in the studio is Nidhi, our co-host.
Hello, Marco.
It's been a while since
It has been a while.
We're back.
We are back. We took a nice little rest.
We've been developing other podcasts, so you'll be hearing more about that in the future.
Yes, and it's been a good holiday season, so now we're back.
We've had some great response from our listeners who've been asking, when are you coming back? When's the next show? So
we're glad that people are out there eager for some new episodes. So
thank you for emailing us and letting us know that you wanted to hear more from the Insomnia Project. We dedicate this to all the listeners who contacted us asking when our shows are coming back.
There you go.
Nidhi, I wanted to talk to you about things that make your life easier, or one's life easier. I've just recently found an app on my phone that has changed my life.
Oh, do tell.
So I don't know if you have this app on your phone. It's a green pea parking app that allows you. So in our city, Toronto, there is green peas, which are city-run parking lots, and they tend to be the cheaper parking spots available. And I don't know if you've encountered this, Nidhi, where you go, you put in, say $2 and change, and it gives you an hour, and then you get to your car 10 minutes after it expires and you have a parking ticket.
Always frustrating, always an issue, especially if you're out in, like, having a meal or something, and, or you're out doing something and you thought, because the biggest difficulty is estimating how much time it actually takes, right? And so sometimes I find, I'll put in either too little or too much, and so I'm always having trouble estimating that. So can I assume that this app allows you to pay over the phone and extend your parking?
So it's an app that you find your spot, and as long as it's on a green pea, so when I'm talking about a green pea, it's the parking lots are indicated by a big circle that happens to be green with the letter P, and then we call them green peas. I don't know if that's the official name for it, but there's an app, and what happens is the parking lots or the street parking that is city run, so it would be once again the green P, on the actual, I don't know what you would call them, the boxes where you pay, meter boxes? What would you call them? I don't know.
Parking fee
machines?
Contraptions?
Sure. We'll have a number, so a designated number. So you go into this app. Let's say the number is 9301. You go into this wonderful app. It asks you for your license plate, so you could have a couple of cars on that app. Or it doesn't ask, your license is in there, so it asks, is this the license plate you want to use? Tap yes. It asks you what meter or what's the number, 9301, whatever it might be, and then it says an hour, $2, $3.50, whatever it might be in that area, or do you want another time? So I've done 15 minutes, which is the lowest amount of time you can use on this app. The beautiful thing is, so you put in that 15 minutes, it charges your credit card. It'll warn you when your time's expiring, so you can just up it by however much time you want.
So here's my question.
Yes.
Because in Toronto, unlike other cities, so for example, in Montreal, they had this app
forever, right?
For the longest time. But over there, when you pay the parking machine, the ticket that you get that spits out, you don't put it in your car.
No, you don't. There's no ticket.
So how do they know that? Because in Toronto, you have to put the ticket in your car.
Well, that's what I thought, right? But I would assume, because the meter, I don't want to say meter maids, because the meter people, the meter police.
Are they really police?
I think they're
really police.
parking officers, I guess, is the proper term for them.
I have a question about that, but continue your
My thought
story.
there. So they have a computer screen that they would type in your license, and the ticket would come up when they're giving you a ticket, right? So I bet it's connected to the machine, so that the parking meter machine, so that when they type in your license, it'll display on their screen whether or not a parking
ticket has been
paid for.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, Nidhi, yesterday I drove around the entire city, and I would spend 15 minutes. I spent an hour at the Italian consulate and at the art gallery, and then I raced on over to Greek town. So I went from Chinatown to Greek town, and I got my hair cut, and then from there I raced over to Koreatown. I just went to all the ethnic towns in the city, and I had a meal there, and then I raced over to Bloor and Ossington, which would be, I don't know what you'd call that area of the city.
That's a good question, because right now we're in Little Portugal.
Right.
But I don't know if there's any ethnic component to the Bloor and Ossington area.
But it's Bloordale? Is it called Bloordale?
Oh, is it Bloordale? I don't know.
Anyways, I ended up there.
Bloor
Court, something like that. And 15 minutes, and then I realized I needed to stay a little bit longer. I put another 15 minutes. No tickets. No stress. I was so grateful for this app. It's basically changed my life. And the fact that it'll give you a little buzz, or it'll give you a little indicator your time is about to expire. Do you want to add more time? Is just tremendous. And I'm so grateful to the Green Pea people and to technology. This has made my life easier. So has there been something that you found that has changed your life, whether it be small or large like this? For me, it's a game changer.
Well, I think, first of all, just to talk a bit more about that, I think it's also interesting that app, using that app in the winter here, is wonderful, because you don't have to worry about standing outside when you're putting the quarters or the money into the machine. Or what I find very, not disturbing, that's not right the word, but frustrating, thank you, is when it's very, very cold outside and you put the credit card in, and sometimes the machines aren't working fast enough. They need to warm up.
It seems like it takes forever when you use your credit card in one of those machines.
Yes. So this is really wonderful, because you don't have to stand outside. You just go into where you need to go and
the beautiful thing
tap
about
that
it's not a tap you kind of put in your
number or whatever.
Number, right? It will then, before you sort of acknowledge and say this is where it is, it'll tell you the street you're on and the two cross streets that it's in between, so that you can ensure that you're in the right spot.
Oh, that's good.
So great. So great, Nidhi.
Well, I guess I need to download that app.
You need to, before this episode is done, you need to download this app. It's really, quite sincerely, changed my life for the better.
It's funny that it took Toronto this long to get one, though.
It angers me because of all the parking tickets I've got because of that, because of not being able to do that, or getting to the meter late, or anticipating a shorter time. But this has just been fantastic.
Well, there you go. As for me, wow, I don't have something like that has changed my life so significantly in terms of an app.
Do you have the Presto card?
I don't, because unfortunately I don't take public transport as much as I thought, as I used to, really.
I should explain. The Presto card is a card, like a credit card, that you use when you're taking subways, streetcars, or buses now in Toronto. You can just tap it when you get in, when the bus accepts it, because I've been on a couple of buses that are like, oh, sorry, our machine is down. And I'm like,
see, that's frustrating.
I'm like, well, that's not my fault. I should get a free ride, is what I told the officer, right? Or the officer, the bus driver. And he said, well, no, you should carry money with you while we're trying this out. I'm like, hang on a second.
No, that's not the point.
That's not the point. B, if you have a system up and running and it's not running on one particular bus, that's your problem, not mine. I've invested the amount of money to purchase this Presto card. I've put money on my Presto card, and I have the card because I don't want to walk around with $3.25 in change and scramble for it. Rather, the convenience of this card that you offer should be honored. And if there's something wrong with your machine, that bus should be out of service, or I believe the passenger should ride for free.
I think you need to send an angry letter to the TTC.
I actually tweeted them.
And did they respond?
They did. They were like, oh, sorry, while we're testing this out, blah, 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 we're going to have some kinks. And I said, well, how long will this be going on?
Also, let's just back up a second. This is not some revolutionary technology.
It's so not.
Every other major city has...
That was my
that was your
iPhone apologizing, I guess, on behalf of the TTC.
Of the TTC. Mm-hmm. Every other major organization has, or major city has, an automated pay system. So I'm not quite sure where they get off kind of saying that we're testing out this technology. I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch, but somehow not surprising.
I'm trying to call up the tweet so I can tell you what they've said. Yeah, they said... Let's see. I
think like the just the advent of the iPhone and the apps around it. Just think about it. Like, how much easier is life in general than compared to 10 years ago in terms of how quickly you can get things. Even something like Uber for me has been
it's
amazing.
A game changer.
It's a total game changer. I keep saying we need to figure out a game changer. Mm-hmm. I mean, this podcast is a game changer.
For some people, some of the responses that we've received from people saying they've never, had sleep come to them as easy as listening to this podcast. Here's some of the things they wrote.
Wait, full on? You have a full-on conversation with them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Marco.
Because I was really upset because I was like, look, why aren't you giving my tweet? Original tweet was to the TTC. Why don't we get a free ride when this happens, when the machines are down? And they said, because it's a transition period, and we have asked our customers to carry another method of payment during this phase. Another method of payment meaning carry coins on you. And I wrote, right, the onus is on us. How long will this transition period be? And what happens when this period is up? And they wrote, we don't have an exact date yet for when our other fare media will be discontinued. It'll be some point in 2017. So this was in 2016 I wrote that. And I was like, right, how do you expect us not to be upset when you don't have an actual date and you have no plans for cases like this for your customers? It's really disappointing that they don't, they haven't made provisions where if their machines are down. So I guess while this show started as things that make your life easier, this was one where something should make one's life easier and hasn't. Mm-hmm. So TTC, if you're listening,
Marco's very upset.
Figure it out is all I'm saying. And let us ride for free if your machine is down is all I have to say.
The best part about it, Marco, is that you have a really great way of taking on almost these causes when it comes to customer service. The things that you have, the lengths that you will go. Most people, if they receive really bad service or if something like this happens, they're kind of just get a little disgruntled and go, what's to be expected, right? But what I love about you is that you have a tendency to actually use social media to your advantage to make sure that these instances are documented and
it's interesting you should bring this up because actually Twitter has made my life easier with regards to these incidences.
Well, there you go.
Because companies will respond to Twitter posts. So if you have an issue at, let's say, a Sears or a Sears even around any department store or wherever, if you tweet and let them know your dissatisfaction, generally speaking, they'll get back to you. Whereas formerly you'd have to make a phone call or you'd have to write a letter, and so the response time was so large or long, and now you pretty much get immediate responses. For example, I was in the airport in Vegas and our flight kept getting delayed with Air Canada, right? So it'd be like, Oh, it's an hour delay. And then that hour came, oh, it's another hour delay. And we kept asking the people at the service desk what's going on. They would not give us an answer. So I started to tweet and saying things like, Air Canada, what's going on? I should have flown WestJet. And I started getting other people who were waiting in the lounge to tweet. And sure enough, they said, we will have an answer with you within a few minutes. Go to the front desk. They'll have an answer for you.
You organized a mass Twitter...
Well, I wouldn't say mass, but I was like, yeah, we have a right to know why we're not flying. But you were saying Uber. I know not every city has Uber, so for our listeners who are in cities that don't have it, it's pretty much an app where you can get someone who's part of Uber to drive you like almost as if they were a cab. No, they're not a licensed cab, but they are affiliated with Uber, or they sign up with Uber, and you know how much your fare is going to be because you put your destination of pickup and your destination of drop off, and it'll tell you. And then they have things like Uber Pool, where the price will drop because you share that ride with other people along the way.
They also have the opposite, which is surge pricing,
right? Which
is a little bit frustrating, but I guess every thing that makes your life easier has like something as well too, that it kind of makes it a little bit harder at the same time.
The longer you stay alive, the longer you can enjoy Boost Mobile's unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. So here are some tips. Do not parallel park on a cliff if you want to enjoy an unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not mistake a wasp nest for a piñata if you want to enjoy an unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not microwave a hard-boiled egg if you want to enjoy an unlimited plan with the price that never goes up. Stay alive and enjoy unlimited wireless for $25 a month forever with Boost Mobile. After 30 gigs, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Dreaming of getting the all-new iPhone 17 Pro designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever?
Then stay in bed and let a Boost Mobile expert deliver and set it up for you.
Oh, actually, they will have to get up and open the door.
Oh, right.
Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
We live in a culture obsessed with dieting, weight loss, and exercise. And that can make eating disorder behaviors easy to miss. But the reality is, eating disorders are serious mental illnesses that take a major toll on your health and your life. But recovery is possible. Eating disorders are more common than you might think. Chances are you know someone who is struggling with one. Or maybe you're struggling yourself. If you're concerned about an eating disorder in yourself or a loved one, I want to introduce you to Equip. Equip is a fully virtual, evidence-based eating disorder treatment program that helps patients achieve lasting recovery at home. Every Equip patient is matched with a multidisciplinary care team that includes a therapist, dietitian, medical provider, and mentors. And you get a personalized treatment plan that's tailored to your unique goals and challenges. Equip treats patients of all ages and all eating disorder diagnoses. It's covered by insurance, and there's no wait list. If you think that you or a loved one could be struggling with an eating disorder, don't wait to get help. Visit equip.health to learn more. That's equip.health.
But have you heard the concept of life hacks?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's very popular, like doing something or using something that you wouldn't traditionally use to repair or clean or do something that works in an odd sort of way, right?
And every time I read like a list of life hacks,
sure,
I'm always thinking, oh, that's so amazing. I should really, really do that because they look great and they're perfect, solution oriented, and usually quite affordable too, because you're using something that you usually already own or something that's going to be thrown out or empty or something like that.
I read one recently which was use tea bags that are dry in your stinky shoes to take away the odor. So, you know, when you've used a tea bag, you sort of let it hang out so that it dries. Like, so it's no longer soggy, let's say. So once it's dried and used, you throw it in your, say, your boots or your shoes. And it's supposed to help fight the odor that's in there.
Wow. One that I realize my mother taught me, and I didn't know it was a life hack, but I'm reading a list of life hacks and I see it's on here, is how to properly fold a fitted sheet.
Okay. How do you properly fold a fitted sheet?
Well, you need to basically take both the corners, and there's essentially you need to make it into a square.
Right. Okay.
In order to get it. So you need to get both the corners together, the rounded part.
So you would put your like
hands in, and then once you have, and then you need a flat surface. So you need to be putting it on the bed.
Okay.
So that when you have all the corners together, you can flip that part that is round and kind of make that a fourth corner, and then you have like a square, and it's easier to fold a square. That was not a very great explanation of it, but I feel like an image is required.
Because a fitted sheet is a difficult sheet.
It is a difficult
In
sheet.
almost every sense of the word. Like, it's difficult to fold, it's difficult to iron, it's difficult to put on the bed. The fitted sheet is a very trying sheet. But when it's on the bed, like when you go to a hotel and you have a nice tight fitted sheet, it's pretty awesome.
So there's one on here that I think is really interesting.
Okay.
It says to take pictures of friends holding the items you've lent them with your iPhone so you will remember down the road.
Oh.
Which that's interesting because often...
You lend books to people, don't you?
Sometimes, but also sometimes people lend me things.
Okay.
And, a couple of months go by and you're like, who lent me this again?
I have. So, for listeners, if you've listened to the episode where I speak with Dale Boyer, I have a sander that she lent us easily, maybe even 3 years ago, in my basement. And I see it all the time. Like, I've got to give this back to Dale. I think she had to borrow her mother's because she didn't have one, because I have Dale's sander. So I've got to get it back to her.
Yeah, that's definitely one that you should. I've also, they have an app now, Marco. And this is one that makes people's life easier, particularly if you network a lot for work. You can they have an app where you take a picture of when you receive like someone's business card.
Okay.
You take a picture of it and it'll automatically upload the information to your phone and create a contact out of it.
Oh, that's great.
So you don't have to sit there and type it in.
Oh, another thing that's made my life easier is having my cards on an app. So, like all the cards that give you points and things, I have on a keyring app. So when I go into the store and they, do you have our points card? I just call it up, scan it, whether it be air miles or...
That's fun. That's good. Because I find that that's an issue that I always have. There's also the thing about, for example, when you're eating a cupcake or a muffin,
right?
Particularly a cupcake because of the frosting. If you kind of cut the bottom part out and put it on top, then you kind of have like a frosting sandwich.
Oh, I see.
So it becomes in the middle, and you can adequately
enjoy the frosting.
Exactly.
On all parts of the cupcake.
Exactly.
You know what's made my life so much better is heated seats in the car.
Now that you can thank me for.
Probably, most likely, right?
Because Amanda was in my car when you guys were shopping around for one, and discovered heated seats.
Right.
And then made it like
and it was one of the things she really wanted. And now I'm so grateful because, of course, in Canada it gets very cold, so heated seats are really so great. And you know what else has made my life easier too is, changing the radio station on your steering wheel.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
It's true. It's very true.
I know it's something so small and insignificant, but it's quite a game changer, because you no longer have to reach forward to
fiddle around
with the dial or press the buttons or whatever it is.
Yep. Yeah. Yoga bags are also something that have made my life easier.
What's a yoga bag?
Well, you know how you have your yoga mat, and they now have fabric bags that you can put the yoga mat in so that you can carry it
in a more convenient way.
Yeah, rather than
yoga
holding
bags,
it.
Right, are so the mats are so
bulky and awkward to walk with, especially if you're walking to a yoga class. But the yoga bag has like a strap so that the mat can sort of be carried on your back with like a strap in front, sort of like a backpack-esque.
Oh, that's cool. You know what's made my life better, Nidhi?
What's that?
See this pen?
Yes.
So it's a Japanese pen. And I think you might recall how much I love Japanese pens.
Yes.
And the Pentel Japanese pen that I've been looking for It's rarer than black diamonds or canary diamonds, whatever the rarest diamond is. But my friend was...
Explain the pentel again, though, for those listeners who may not have heard of that.
I have one at home, Nidhi. I'm going to bring it so you can see exactly what it looks like. But it's a pen that Pentel used to make in North America, and then they discontinued making it. But in Japan, they continue to make it. But they only make it for the Japanese market. They don't make it for North America. Now, years ago, I could find them when I was in France.
But what does it do that makes it so special?
Oh, I see. The ink flow and the pressure when you press down on it is tremendous. It's just awesome. Like here, try this one. So this isn't a Pentel pen, but it's a Japanese pen that a friend of mine had at work, and he let me borrow it, and I was like, this is amazing. What is this? And he goes, oh, it's a pen I got at a Japanese store. And I was like, of course it is.
So is that because, like, I can see that I don't have to press down very much?
Now press down. I have a very
oh, I see.
I have a lot of pressure when I write. I press down quite a bit, right? So I just like the way the ink gets dispersed. I think it look like.
Oh yeah, it doesn't scroll. It doesn't smudge either.
Nidhi just wrote, and I rubbed my finger on it, and it didn't smudge, and that's why she was impressed by that. It's just everything about it I like. So I just discovered these pens. They're from a store called Muji. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with that store?
I am.
It's a store that has all Japanese products.
Yes.
So I guess it's a Japanese store.
And a lot of stationery type.
And yeah, like home products.
Yeah.
So like interesting things. But I went in there and I bought maybe 15 pens.
Oh, wow.
Nidhi, I'm serious when I tell you about my obsession with Japanese pens. Like I won't use any other pen.
Wow, I can see you just slammed down that other non-Japanese pen like it was worthless.
So these are a few of the things that have made my life richer or easier or better.
And you know what? Those are things we hope our listeners will also go out and enjoy, particularly the Green Pea app for our Toronto-based listenership. But we look forward to continuing into 2017 with all brand new episodes.
Let us know if you have any things that have made your life easier by tweeting us at Listen and Sleep. You can go to our webpage, insomniaproject.com, or find us on Facebook, Facebook/Listen and Sleep. We look forward to hearing from you.
As always, we're produced by Drumcast Productions, and we look forward to talking
about things
on our next episode.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening.